Christy's Beautiful Life, and today is Let's Get Sketchy with Christy and Rachel. I was the one to pick the sketch today, and I picked from the Creative Scrappers sketch number 262. I loved the diagonals. I can't think of what you call those, the little arrows, I guess. I'm sorry, guys, I'm just not with it today. I really want to work with those. I didn't actually have a photo in mind, and at the beginning I just knew I wanted to work with it. Picked my pattern paper from that Dear Lizzie polka dot party, I believe that's what that's from, and then I happened to have the perfect color in my new Maggie Holmes 12x12 open book collection pad that I bought, and I'm now allowed to use because I used up that other paper pad. Yay me! So I'm just playing around with this. Is following the sketch almost exactly, guys. And once I did this, I kind of, while I was doing it, thought of the perfect photos for it and decided that maybe doing some mixed media would be good. I was kind of on a roll with that, so why not keep it going? I decided to use some of my Stampin' Up! Inks, and again, I am very brand new to mixed media, so don't judge my horrible process at it. But I decided to use some orange, and then I also use, it's called, I think it's the Calypso Coral, and both of these are Stampin' Up! And I don't know, I almost wish I hadn't used maybe the Calypso Coral. I used too much of it. It almost reads blood. I know that's horrible. It's a horrible thing to say, but it did. It almost read a little bit of blood. So though I'm okay with it, and I am liking the layout more and more every time I look at it, but I think I should have picked a softer color and gone more orange, so that the whole layout read more orange instead of that. So you see, I have these 4 pictures that I want to use. I'm not going to use all of them. I'm only going to use 2 of them. At first I thought about 3 and then realized 3 photos is going to take up the entire layout, which is going to block all the prettiness that I have just created. So I do only end up using 2 of them. These photos are of Mother's Day this year, and it was a rough one for our family. My little guy was so sick, and he actually hasn't been sick very often, but I'm talking like he had a runny nose and a fever and just was not feeling good. Actual Mother's Day, I was sitting on the couch with him at like 2 a.m. just trying to keep him comfortable because he couldn't sleep lying down in his crib. He couldn't breathe. So it was just a rough one. But I wanted to document that, you know, that's part of being a mom, and what I love so much about being a mom is being able to take care and bring comfort to my little guy. So I just wanted to document that. This layout itself will be going in his album, so of course I write it as saying the words "you" in it. And then I will create a second layout for our family album that has a little more of my perspective of journaling on, and it'll be a much longer, heavy journaling layout. So I picked this photo and one other one, and I really, like I said, I was just playing. I really wanted to just follow the original sketch to a T. I did some stitching, as you can see there, and I think that turned out really well. It helped bring a tiny bit of dimension into the layout without it being like in your face. So it was very subtle. I do decide that my photos need to be backed a little bit, so I choose this wood grain. It's all from the same collection except for the background paper. So this is still Dear Lizzie that I'm dealing with here. And I use that. And then of course when you put your photos together, it doesn't quite equal the way it's supposed to. So I just use the second piece of paper, which is, at the moment you see 3 of them because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, but I end up using the green striped paper, which worked really well because Jackson's shirt has green, like a teal color in it, so it kind of helped bring that out. And then of course with my luck these days, something happened with my filming and my camera and it stopped recording, so it cuts out, and I will come back and talk in real time about the finished part of the layout, and you'll see that I add the teal color around one more time. So his shirt counts as one element of the teal, and then also the stripe. So I will be back in real time for that as well. I think maybe I should have tried to speed this up a little bit faster. Sorry guys, I know this is a rough one for me. So let's see, I do use some fun letter stickers. I am using all of the same collection, and it's from the Amy Tan, so you'll see that as well. And I just very simply called it Mother's Day 2015. Nothing too exciting there, but it gets my point across. So I think right now, see, there you go, there's my letter stickers for the words, and I think it's about to cut out, so you're gonna hear me in real time in just a couple seconds. So my camera completely cut out on me. I'm not really sure what happened, but this is my finished layout. I don't love it. I've got to be honest, it's not my favorite thing I've ever done, but it is done, and it documented the story. I have 2 more photos, of course, I think you saw that. And so this one is going in Jackson's album, and then I will take these 2 and make another layout. I have a huge long journaling about how this Mother's Day actually went, so I will add that and put that in our family album. So there will be 2 documentations of Mother's Day for this year. But if I show you the sketch again, this is from the Creative Scrappers, and it's number 262. I was the one that got to pick this sketch this time, so you know, it has nothing to do with the sketch or the photos or anything like that. It just, I think it's the color choice they made. At first, I really loved the idea of playing with this pink onto here, but then I did my mixed media, and I think it's the mixed media that threw me off. So, like I said, I'm really new with my mixed media, so I'm still working on it. I do like that I did the border in this teal color, which goes in with Jackson's shirt. So that helps it a little bit. And I don't hate the layout by any means. It's just not one of my favorites ever. I love this though. Like these little arrows and everything. I really like that. So this is my layout for this week for Let's Get Sketchy with Christy and Rachel. Rachel gets to pick the next set of sketches that we're doing. So stay tuned for that. It will be coming up the second week in October. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Bye!